Hi friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. We're going to pick some medicinal flowers right now. But these are my Calendula marigolds. And I've told you before, get off there, Mr. Spider. These make it a great eczema cream. I'm going to pick these, just the heads, to go in the dehydrator. I'm going to need a full jar of just petals for my cream. So it's a patience thing. You have to pick, unless you're going to have a whole garden of these flowers, but you have to pick them as they blossom. Now this marigold has already started to dry, and if you look here, you can see that it's already making seeds. So I'm going to leave this one so that we can have seeds for next year. Now we're going to take the flowers that we just picked and we're going to lay them down first like this, because that helps the petals to spread out. And once they partially dry, spread out, then you can turn them over to really dry, but they'll stay in place. I'm going to make two kinds of calendula cream. Now, calendula cream or calendula ointment, I'm going to make calendula ointment with my calendula petals and olive oil and beeswax and stuff. And I'm also going to make calendula cream, which is made with a base cream that you get from the pharmacy. But for this, I'm going to start you off with, this is 1 jelly jar or 1 cup of dried calendula petals. And here is today's harvest of my calendula marigolds. And what I'm doing is I'm just pulling the petals, thank you sweetheart, off the flowers, the fully bloomed flowers. So when I get that full, we'll be back. Okay, the beginning of the marigold, the calendula marigold ointment starts with about a cup of fresh petals. And all we're going to do is we're going to take some extra virgin olive oil and we're just going to pour it all over these petals. I'm going to put a lid on it. We're just going to shake it up, and this is going to sit on a sunny windowsill a couple of weeks. Anyway, and when this has extracted the properties from the calendula marigold petals, we'll take this one to the next step. This one is going to be next, and this is my 1 cup of dried calendula petals. And what you're going to need, and I'm going to have to go to the drugstore and get it tomorrow because I thought I had some and I don't, but you're going to need, this is more of a pharmaceutical type medication, but this is amazing for eczema, especially winter eczema. What this is a base cream that the pharmacists use whenever they have to make a medicated cream, not an ointment, because creams are more, your skin absorbs them. Oils and things like Vaseline coats your skin. This will be absorbed by your skin. And all this is a brand name, Wellskin Glaxol base. But it is a moisturizing cream. It's hypoallergenic, perfume-free, lanolin-free, and non-greasy. It is very essentially just a base cream. So you're going to need, I'd say this is what, a 3-4 ounce jar, dear? This is 100 grams or probably a 4 ounce jar of, or a half a cup of this base cream. You're going to need 1 full cup of dried calendula petals, and you're going to need a small jar of vegetable-based glycerin, which we'll pick that up tomorrow, and we will continue. Anyway, I'm going to go put this on a windowsill where it can cook for a couple of weeks. You know what, folks? I wasn't recording. So I'm really terribly sorry that you're going to miss seeing this process. What I've done is I've taken a spatula and I have emptied out this jar of base cream. I have added 3 tablespoons of glycerin, and 4 tablespoons of water. Now I'm on a well, and my water is a spring-fed well, so I would recommend, if you are in using city water, don't use it for this because it has chlorine and stuff in it. I would use like spring water from a bottle or a bit of distilled water. So now we're going to take this over and we're going to melt it up in a double boiler. All right, let's get over to the stove. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put this in a double boiler, which is right now just a pot inside a pot. And we're going to melt our cream and our glycerin and our water together. Okay, now that our cream and glycerin and water has turned into this milky mixture, we're going to put our 1 cup of dried flower petals. These are Calendula marigolds. They are not to be confused with any other kind of marigold. These are Calendula marigolds, okay? And this now is the patience part. Well, not as much patience as you need for the stuff with the olive oil that's going to take, 3 weeks in the sun to maneuver. But we're just going to let this simmer. We're going to turn this down a little bit, and we're just going to let this simmer for the next 2 to 3 hours. We're about halfway through the cooking process here, and you can see the cream is getting yellow. Awesome. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I forgot how much this stuff cooks down, so I've got the jar, and I'm going to put my canning funnel in it, and I'm just going to put this mesh bag in, and I am just going to pour this in here. And I just realized that this mesh bag is made out of nylon, and I hope it doesn't, it's a lovely color, right? I just hope it doesn't melt the bag. Now you want every drop of this because it does not make as much as you put in. I'm going to put this on the side of the funnel, and I'm going to squeeze. You want every last drop of this medicine. I'm going to pour it in one of my little glass jars here, and it's just going to fit too. And we've got about 1 inch of headspace, which is amazing because I'm just going to mix it like this as it cools. Look at how wonderful and thick and creamy that is. Now I've made a heck of a mess here, but I got about, I'm going to say almost 2 ounces of this cream, and it works good for other things too. I just don't have the thing on hand, but any kind of skin eruption, especially if it's dry, irritated skin like a rash or whatever, this will do it. This is the, when I say this is liquid gold, man, I mean it. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying it's a lot of work, but this is the stuff, man. This is the bomb when it comes to eczema. Alrighty, take care.